Hello everyone, and welcome to today's video. I'm finally back, and I'm making a review today about Call of Duty Coldwar Zombies, and basically what I feel about it and how I feel about this part of the game. In terms of the map, I think it's actually a fantastic map. It's one of the best maps we've ever gotten in the recent years, including like because of Black Ops 4's just failure. And I feel like in terms of the Black Ops series, this is a good startup to get back going again with the zombies maps, and I feel like it's a great map. Um, it's obviously half a remake of an original map from Black Ops 1, but the other part of it's new. It's got a good new story, and there's a lot of hidden Easter eggs that we still haven't even found. I feel like there's a lot of good training areas too, especially the front yard and the backyard areas where there's just big open areas and it allows you to just move around a lot, and I feel like that makes it easier because if you're underground in the late rounds, it's almost impossible to survive. And obviously, there's certain spots where if you're trying to go for a high round kill, high rounds, like there's only certain areas to do it, and obviously most maps don't even give you that option or haven't given you that option in the past because getting to round 100 on like an incredibly small map is almost impossible. And this isn't the biggest map, but the reason it's got the reason that it is considered, I guess, big is because it has the Dark Ether, which is just the map over again. But it's not really over. It's it's like it's you're in the Dark Ether, so it's a different dimension. So all the Easter egg stuff's related to that. In terms of weapons, I feel like the game has a really good balance of weapons, and I feel like almost all the guns work, except for like I feel like ARs don't really do enough. Like after about round 10, like even if you pack a punch it twice, a lot of ARs don't really do anything. The only guns that actually do anything are shotguns. And I believe it's the Gallo is pretty good, but if you can get the Hauer 77, it's definitely the best gun for the zombies right now, especially early rounds. As you can see in the video, it one shots almost everything in the early rounds, and it makes it pretty easy to get going. And also with when it's pack a punch, it does a ton of damage. And I'll have that at the end of the video, and I'm gonna make another video about the best guns in the game. And the Hauer 77 is definitely the best one to use right now, in my opinion. I have only played like 5 or 6 hours of zombies, but there's not many better guns out there. Some of the SMGs are pretty good, but once you get to higher rounds, even if you pack a punch them, they just don't do enough damage. And the ammo is the biggest problem because with the shotgun, it's basically one shot can sometimes kill like 2 or 3 zombies, but with like a MP5, it's like 5 shots to kill one zombie, and you're gonna run out of ammo super quickly, and it becomes an issue in later rounds when max ammos are hard to get, and you can't just go buy ammo at the boxes all the time. In terms of perks for this game, I feel like the perks are really, really good. I like the upgrade system with the perks. It makes you actually play the game, which I feel is like something that we've never had before, and especially with Juggernaut or Jug, I guess would be the best way to put it. I feel like it's a really good addition to the game to add the 10, like you just maximum health is increased to 100 with Jug or by 100, and I feel like that's a really good third level upgrade. And the tier upgrades are really good. It's like, I mean, obviously I don't have all of them because I haven't played enough, but I have the important ones, and I feel like it really you add those on, it's really easy to get to like round 30 pretty easily if you know what you're doing because like with stamina, running faster, and then having the ability to heal faster, and then having more health just makes it so much easier as long as you train properly. There's really not an issue with getting to higher rounds, and it allows perks, gives you more ability, and it makes you play the game more, and it gives you some kind of like gives you something to work for, which is the same thing with the zombie camos they added this year. Like it gives you something to work for. There's a lot more to play the game, and that kind of leads into the exfils that I want to talk about. I feel like that's the best addition we've ever gotten to a zombies game. Is the exfils are like it lets you work towards something and then it lets you like get out of it because like not everyone wants to play an endless round of zombies for like 40 rounds and then keep going. And I feel like that's like a big addition because not everyone wants to play 40 rounds. Some people just want to play 10 or 20 and then get off or go do something else. And I feel like having exfil allows for that to easily be done because when you can just leave but it is a challenge too. Like you actually have to beat the exfil part, which isn't that difficult. But when you get to leave, like you get all the double XP and everything, and it or the match bonus. I guess we have double XP weekend going on right now, but having that uh ability to leave the game is like a big addition. And that kind of leads into like if you don't want like if you want to do the Easter egg, and I haven't actually done it, and I don't actually even know the steps yet. I need to actually try and find them myself, and then if I can, I'll just watch a video, of course. But I don't feel like it's a very difficult Easter egg. From what I've heard it's pretty easy. It's a little bit tedious because I know you have to get the wonder weapon, which you do for almost every Easter egg, but then you have to get all 4 upgrades for it. And I know it's just finding parts and going into the dark ether, which can be frustrating because it just takes so long. But I know it takes a good 2 hours if you're doing it solo and you're just not going for like a speed run. Because obviously there's people who've done it in like 20 minutes and that's ridiculous. And it takes a little bit, and a lot of it has to do with like it's like the usual like you have to do it with the radioactive zombies and stuff like that. And I feel like it's a good Easter egg, and it's a good one for like casual players because it's not super difficult as long as you know the steps, and it would only take you a couple tries if any, if more than one, to get it done if you know the steps. In terms of the wonder weapon, I've only had it once. Well, the wonder weapon and the ray gun, but I feel like the wonder weapon is pretty good. I don't like that you don't have a lot of ammo to use it for unless you're on the final boss part, but the ray gun is really good. If you want to go to any higher round, like if you want to go to a higher round at all in any way, sort, or form, you have to use the ray gun because it's the only thing that does any damage at that point. Like I had it double pack-a-punched earlier, and it is doing 2,000 damage per zombie, and I did an exfil. I did the round 20 exfil, and it killed everything within 5 seconds. It's incredibly good, and I mean, in my opinion, I had the Hauer 77 and the ray gun, which isn't the best combination, but it got the job done incredibly quickly, and it I that's like this is one of the best ray guns I think we've ever gotten in terms of how powerful it is in the game. And I know they were supposed to nerf it, but I don't think they actually did because it's better than the original, and it's pretty good. It's almost as good. I think it may be better than the Mark III we had a couple years ago. But yeah, I think that's it for the review. Or one more thing I want to throw in. There's a couple additions I wish they'd add for the DLCs. And number one being is that we get more perk upgrades. Maybe not like a ton better, but more perk upgrades to keep giving people stuff to work for. And I think for the next map, I'd like to see like a unique map. Not because half of this map is taken from an original one from Black Ops 1, and I want to see like a more original map. And I want there to, I don't like the whole portal traveling system, and I want to see something different. And then maybe like more pack-a-punch upgrades, and maybe make some of the guns a little more powerful. Because when you get to higher rounds, they don't do anything. The only possibility is the ray gun. I do like the box though, the higher editions. They're getting legendary guns out of that. I feel like that's a really good addition. But I would like to see like a better map and the weapons to do more damage. And I feel like that would really be good, especially since it's free, and I know it's free, so they may not put the most effort into it. But I feel like if they would, that zombies could be just as popular as multiplayer this year because a lot of people like it because the levels cross over, so it allows you to upgrade your guns without really losing like KD or damaging your KD because you're not playing against players who have fully like maxed out guns and you just have like one upgrade possible. And I feel like that'd be some good additions to the game. And yeah, that concludes it for this video. And I'm gonna release a weapons upgrade video, and then I'm gonna do it for multiplayer. I'm gonna review each map and like my opinion on each map. And everyone have a great rest of your day.